Hi trackies, welcome back to another video. Albert is here with me.
Hi guys.
Are you mad? He's stuck with TXT.
And he loves it here.
Welcome back. Hit the like button.
Subscribe.
Also, smash the subscribe button.
Yes.
Yeah, and sound off in the comment section below. And don't forget to share with every single soul.
Yes.
So it's been the final day. When I tell you, there have been so many spills and thrills.
Yes.
Let's dive into it.
Let's.
The women's 400 meters. The results: taking the win, the defending champion and the national record holder Nickisha Price running a 49.97 seconds. Dejanay Oakley, she ran a 50.08 seconds, and Stacey Ann Williams was third with a 50.08 seconds as well, separated only by the thousandths of a second. It was that close.
They're sent away. This one should be very tantalizing. Nickisha Price will look to defend her national title. Stacey Williams also there in the shake-up, trying to keep in touch. And on the outside, Shaquina Foot makes it very interesting. Further inside, we look to the run of Dejanay Oakley, who's been having a stellar season. She's there, but further inside is Leah Anderson. And what an early 200 meters she's had. Nickisha Price now goes to work on the outside and brings with her Stacey Williams and her mechanics. But Leah Anderson at the counter, and she reaches the top bend in front. It's Anderson, now Price takes over. Stacey Williams rallied. Look at the run from Dejanay Oakley. It's Price, Williams, and Oakley. That's the top three. Nickisha Price will defend. 49.93 the flash line. Stacey Williams knows how to make a national team. And welcome to the national championships. Dejanay Oakley, she'll be headed off to the Tokyo World Championships as well. 49.97 for Nickisha Price. Dejanay Oakley, 50.08 seconds. She nipped second just from Stacey Ann Williams.
Oakley, give her a rest. It's like she's not confident in herself to keep her.
And both Oakley and Williams give him 50.08.
Now going in, I actually had this same order: Nickisha Price, Dejanay Oakley, and also a Stacey Ann Williams. However, trackies, the race was much tighter than I actually thought. And guess what? Leah Anderson actually threw a wrench from early in. Now, she took the early lead. First 300 meters, even 350, I would say she was in the conversation. Well, I would say 300, maybe not 350, but 300. She was definitely making a bid for one of those spots. However, Nickisha Price held firm. Stacey Ann Williams also there, trackies, and Dejanay Oakley, like I said, she has a strong final 50, pulled through in that final 52. Kind of overhaul, you would say, Stacey Ann right on the line to pick her for that second place position. But yeah, what were your thoughts about this race?
Yes, I think it was a great race, tight, close race, which given Nickisha's previous performance, you would have expected it to be not as close. But hey, she won, right? She defended
Previous
her title.
performance for this year or the year before?
Overall, I would say. And then, of course, there's Dejanay Oakley and Stacey Ann Williams, both clocking a time of 50.08. I'm just, it was a great race. Stacey and her first 300 was really great, and then for the last 100, you could see where Dejanay and even Leah at one point were both closing on her. She held firm, and then of course Dejanay picked her right on the line. Honestly, for my prediction, I had Leah, Stacey and Nickisha, while being mindful of course that Dejanay could definitely sneak into that top three, only because Leah had such a good outing in the semi, and so of course Dejanay took it. Stacey, Nickisha, that's her team.
For me, your thought when it came to, Nickisha Price and the fact that you thought it would have been, a faster race from her, not really, because this season this is her first time going sub 50.
Yes.
So this is her fastest.
Yes,
she turned
it
up
is.
at the right time.
At the right time.
And ran her fastest.
Yes.
So based on how she's been trending, she did exactly what was required of her, and that was 1, qualify, and 2, take the win, defending her title. Right? She has now 2+ months to get perfectly ready for the World Championships.
Yes,
It's
she
going
does.
to take some because we see the Salwa Idnasas, we see the Paulinos as well doing fantastic on the circuit. But I definitely think that based on what I'm seeing happening from a lot of our Jamaican athletes,
Right.
they seem to really this season be targeting the championships.
Yes,
I
I
don't
love
see
that.
any crazy fast times happening
We don't
from
need them right
early
now.
on. And it seems as though they're making sure, especially the collegiates, the ones that train overseas too,
Right.
they're making sure that, listen, let's just qualify
And go through.
and
right.
make sure we peak for the
Right,
World
right. We're gonna
Championships.
ignore the men's 100 and everybody else. Thank you for just going, going slow.
Listen, that men's 100 meters could have been faster. That's just, yeah, it could have
I
been.
agree. I'm so
It
glad that we
could
put,
have been.
we addressed the elephant in the room.
But we're gonna have to save that for another
time.
video. All right, so let's jump into the men's 400 meters because when I tell you
Yes.
the underestimation of my man, Big Boy,
Big boy.
needs to stop.
Yes.
Big Boy said
Mm.
to cross the line.
And little.
This one is hot. It is the men's 400 final. They're off and running. DeAndre Watkins, the defending champion in lane number 8, goes on quickly. Javon Powell going steadily down the backstretch. Rusheen McDonald moving forward as well, as is Shamar Yuta from Texas Tech in lane number 2. Walking on the outside, still doing most of the running. Delana Kennedy and Javon Powell coming into prominence, as is Rusheen McDonald, the national record holder. Look at the shape of his nature as a whole. Walking on the outside. McDonald's big forward. Powell is there. Kennedy is there. It is Rusheen McDonald. Boys are ready for the penalty. Rusheen McDonald is at last national champion. At 33 years old, he wins his first.
And I was like, yes, sir.
Yes, and little did the crowd know. Most of you, he was addressing you. I hope you know that.
He was silencing you. So all of y'all, when I did my prediction and I said, hey, never count out Big
Never
Boy.
count out Big Boy. Never count out any athlete.
You all stood 10 toes deep counting out Big Boy and shutting up. Big Boy takes the win.
Yes.
He ran a 44.89 seconds.
Yes.
Second place, Delana Kennedy. He ran a 44.91 seconds. And Javon Powell
Yes.
was third, running a 45.08. Now going in, I didn't really call any three for this race because for me it was just too close.
It was too
But I
close.
did highlight, I was looking out for Rusheen McDonald and I was also looking out for Delano Kennedy. And the third athlete that I was looking out for was actually Zandrian Barnes. Unfortunately, Zandrian Barnes was fourth and he ran a 45.22 in this race. Javon Powell really came up big. Really came big, especially after the season he's been having. He turned up here and pulled out a big one and qualified, top three at least.
Top three.
Now they have to worry about if they don't have a time from the previous year fast enough to try to get that qualification time so that they can represent in the individual event. But yeah, what did you think about the race?
All right, so firstly, you mentioned Powell. I'm gonna be honest. While I had the utmost faith in Rusheen, the person that I think was gonna make the team more than anyone else was Powell, and he did. So honestly, no. Going in, my prediction was actually Rusheen, Zandrian, and Javon Powell. No, the thing is, Delano is just 21, right? And so of course you have to factor in.
Over there cooking
Yes,
lucky.
yes, she is.
She a cook
Of course,
soup.
yes,
Boil
I
down
agree,
and
I
simmer.
agree. Yes,
you
she
know the
is.
soup that would tick. I want tick soup.
Yes, I agree. So of course you have to factor in experience, etc. And so I was like, I had him as my dark horse, with those being my top three. And Delano, he did what he needed to do. He edged out Javon for third, and of course that brought Zandrian to fourth. And I'm very proud of him, being at that young age, taking on these experienced athletes and coming second, and such a close second too. I'm very proud of him. I can't wait to see what he does going forward.
What was
And Big
impressive
Boy,
to me?
yes, and let me just quickly say, Big Boy, we are proud of you. I'm someone who's always supported you. I believe in we are not our past, and
He's looking for an interview.
yes, we're not our past, and I believe that you show that we can improve, and we're very proud of you. Looking forward to seeing you do the best that you can.
What I was most impressed with this race is that Rusheen McDonald led from start to finish. I said,
Especially
come
that last
through me
100.
youth.
That last 100.
Listen,
He
I said,
held it.
come through me youth. I had to
held it.
stand up and I was like, yes,
Yeah,
get it.
he held that last 100.
Silence these people.
Silence them
Rusheen
because
hit me
yes.
up.
Yeah.
And look here, I missed that interview with you. I'm so sorry. I sent him to do the work, but I don't know what I'm going to
Yeah,
do.
I'm so sorry, but
I don't know what he went to do when it came to those interviews. But all in all, I would say that who made the team is, pretty much what was expected, given, what the athletes were doing.
Agreed.
So no major surprises when it comes to
none.
the 400 meters, either for the women or for the men.
Right.
Of
Usual
course,
suspects.
as I said, Bovell McPherson was going in with the fastest time as the fastest Jamaican. Unfortunately, not making it in. Sean Bailey, unfortunately, pulled up. Seems as though he was injured. So not only now do we have to consider, what's going to happen for our relays, going forward, because he would definitely be a top prospect to represent us, going forward. But not sure if it's a major injury or whatever the situation is. But the collegiate guys are there, so we still have Shamar Uta. He's there. DeAndre Watkin, the defending champion from the year before. He didn't defend clearly, didn't make the individual team as well. But let's see if we'll be able to put together a solid relay team to represent us at the World Championship.
Yes, and considering the fact that Sean, he was at least in the final. So he definitely, he should definitely be a part of the relay team, and I think he makes a great relay leg as well.
I think he makes a great relay leg, which is why, even though he, as I said, he didn't finish. Right. I'm thinking that they should consider him. They only take 6 goals. So
they only take 6.
Well, no, they do for the mixed relay.
Right.
Well, that's if we qualify, because child, you know how that go.
Good.
But anyway,
Yes.
let me know your thoughts in the comment section when it comes to big boy really turning up and turning on the heat in these men's 400 meters, and of course the women's 400 meters. Let me know your thoughts. Like and subscribe.
Yes.
We are out.
Yes, we're out.